I forgot to add this when I did all my voiceovers, but you're gonna need these 3 apps for the animation. I don't know if they're available on Android or not. Good luck.
Hi, hello. My name's Adrian, and I'm gonna show you how you make these edits because I really want to see more animated stuff in the RHCC. So to start, you're gonna have to format your edit a certain way. You're gonna have to get every piece that you want animated on a separate layer when you edit it. Unfortunately, I don't have the speed edit, so I can't show you. But then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get rid of all the layers except for one, because you're going to export each photo one by one on a transparent background. And you'll see why right now. So you're going to want to start with the top and then just move down on the list, because it'll just be way easier to format it when you go into Alight Motion. So when you enter Alight Motion, you're going to want to choose a longer one than a tall canvas, because if not, you're not going to be able to switch the position of the watermark, which you're going to need to switch the position to get rid of it later. So now you're going to want to put in all of your photos, but you're going to want to put the ones that are on the bottom first, so that way you don't have to switch around the layers and it becomes like a whole mess. So this is just way easier for you to format and to get started. Just a quick Alight Motion tutorial. On the right side, you're going to have your moving button, your rotate button, your increase size button, and one other button that makes it wavy. I really don't know what that does. On the other side, you're going to have the keyframes. You're going to have a kind of like to make your transition smooth, and then I don't know what the last button is. Then there's a little like, I don't know what it's called, but it's to make it faster. And then on the very bottom is to split your clips. We're really just going to be using the ones on the right. You're going to just be using tilt and move, and then you're going to be using the keyframes. So when you finally export all your photos, you're going to want to add a keyframe at the end, in the beginning, and in the middle. The keyframes are kind of like the end points for where the character is going to go. So if you're going to make your character go up, you're going to have the middle keyframe end at the top, because at the end, since you haven't moved that keyframe, it'll just go straight back down. You'll see right now when I test it out. So what's going to happen right now is I'm going to have to adjust the point for the hair. You're going to click the move button again, and it'll have a dot in the middle, and you can see that the point is being moved. You're going to need to move this point in order to rotate it correctly, because the rotation button basically follows wherever the point is. So it's going to rotate around that point, and if you want it to rotate the way it's supposed to, you're going to have to put the point at the beginning of the hair strand, basically. And then you'll just rotate it whichever way you want it to go. If you understand how to do the rotation there, then you kind of understand how to do the rest of the animation, at least for this specific one. There's many ways to do it, but once you kind of get the gist of Alight Motion and the way the points and rotation and movement work, then you can really do a lot of things. So right here, I'm going to click select all layers, and I'm going to unselect any of the layers that are not the top 3 hair pieces. And then once I do that, I'm going to group them together, because this is going to make it way easier to make it move along with the body, as you'll see right now. Because all the hair is already animated and in a group, it makes it just easier to move the whole piece instead of having to move each individual piece into its place and then animate it like I did last time. That's why I was able to do it so fast for this tutorial, like right here. just going to speed up the rest of these clips because I'm doing the same thing that I did in the beginning where I move the point and then I rotate it according. And then at the end, it's the same thing also where you're going to group all the layers basically that are the hair, and then you're going to move it up and down when it's in a group so that way you don't have to do it individually. Just a quick thing during this kind of fast part. I'm sorry that I'm not really good at explaining things. I've never explained how I do this to anyone, and I don't know what everything's called, so excuse me if it's really hard to understand. You can go ahead and ask me questions. I don't mind, because I know that this is not like the greatest explanation that I could have given you. Okay, so for this next part, now that everything's kind of grouped together, you're going to want to select all of them and duplicate them, and you only have to do this if you're going to loop it. So it kind of duplicates weird on Alight Motion, so all the duplicate pieces you're just going to want to move to the side, basically like right after the last clip, and then at the end I just make sure that they're all layered together so that way it doesn't look so like weird and gross in case you want to like loop it again. Okay, so this next part is very important for taking off the watermark. So as you can see, the watermark's on top and it has a little arrow. So first you're going to want to export the video, and you're going to just do no thanks, select the watermark, and you're just going to wait for the whole thing to export, and then at the end it'll say save, and you just save it, right? Okay, so this next bit, you're just going to want to move it to the bottom by clicking the little arrow, and you're going to export it the same way you did it before. And then once this is all exported and you save the clip, you're going to want to hop into the program Video Leap. Okay, so when you go into Video Leap, you're going to want to add both of the videos that you saved with the watermark on top and the watermark on bottom. And then you're going to want to put the video with the watermark on the bottom on top of the one with the watermark on top. And you're just going to line them up. It's pretty easy. And then you're going to click the top, and you're going to click mask. And then you click linear, and then boom, it's gone. So now you don't have to suffer with the watermark anymore, and that's why it's so important that you have the watermark on top and bottom instead of on the sides. Because on the sides, you can't switch it over. And then here I just added my own watermark. This is not like necessary, but I really do suggest it because if someone steals your stuff, you know, how are you gonna prove it's yours? And how, you know, like they're gonna be more inclined to steal it if you don't watermark it. So I learned my lesson on that one. And like that's kind of it for it all, basically. I know this was kind of a really awkward video and voiceover, but I really just want to see more of this. Like, I don't want to be the only person producing this. I just want to see some good, talented editors post something animated. Please, I'm begging. Anyway, I hope this was good enough for you. I hope you learned something from this, and I hope to see more of this out there. Thank you for watching, even if it was hard to understand. Bye.